हेलो फ्रेंड्स मो रंजीत ओडब्ल्यूएससी सेकेंडरी स्कूल टीचर्स सिलेबस अनुसार इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन रू किछि क्वेश्चंस नै कि आसी पार्ट नंबर 1 रे वीडियो केवल रिवीजन पई हेछि वीडियो भल लागिले ही लाइक शेयर करिवे एवं निजर ऑनेस्ट रिव्यू देबे तो चलंतु मो सह प्रथम रु शेष जाय रही थरे क्विक रिवीजन करि नियंतु। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज ए फीचर ऑफ द पार्लियामेंटरी फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट। Executive is responsible to judiciary, executive is responsible to legislature, judiciary is responsible to executive, legislature is responsible to executive. There correct answer of option number B, executive is responsible to legislature. Question number 2, match the following. Left side रे constitutional provisions अछि, right side रे sources लिखा जाइछि। बहुत इजी क्वेश्चन, यार करेक्ट आंसर कोन हो ऑप्शन नंबर डी। फेडरेशन कोठु आसीछि, कनाडा रु आसीछि। पार्लियामेंटरी कोठु आसीछि, ब्रिटेन रु आसीछि। डायरेक्टिव प्रिंसिपल कोठु आसीछि, आयरलैंड रु आसीछि। फंडामेंटल राइट्स कोठु आसीछि, यूएसए रु आसीछि। क्लियर। नेक्स्ट, व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग फीचर्स डज द इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बोरो फ्रॉम द वेमार कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ जर्मनी। या भितर ऑप्शन गुडी को मध्यरु कोटा वेमार कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ जर्मनी रो बोरो करा जाइछि। द आइडिया ऑफ फेडरेशन विथ ए स्ट्रांग सेंटर, द मेथड ऑफ प्रेसिडेंशियल इलेक्शंस, द इमरजेंसी पावर्स, प्रोविजंस कंसर्निंग द सस्पेंशन ऑफ फंडामेंटल राइट्स ड्यूरिंग नेशनल इमरजेंसी। करेक्ट आंसर ऑफ ऑप्शन नंबर डी, प्रोविजंस कंसर्निंग द सस्पेंशन ऑफ फंडामेंटल राइट्स ड्यूरिंग नेशनल इमरजेंसी। मैच द फॉलोइंग कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल फीचर्स, लेफ्ट साइड रे अछि, राइट साइड रे सोर्सेस अछि। तार करेक्ट आंसर कौन हम। तार करेक्ट आंसर हम ऑप्शन नंबर बी, रूल ऑफ लॉ यूएसए रु अना जाइछि। डायरेक्टिव प्रिंसिपल आयरलैंड रु अना जाइछि, जोटा कि टिके सम पूर्व आमे कले। कनकरेंट लिस्ट ऑस्ट्रेलिया रु अना जाइछि। तापरे सस्पेंशन ऑफ फंडामेंटल राइट्स ड्यूरिंग इमरजेंसी जर्मनी रु, जोटा कि आमे पूर्व क्वेश्चन रे कले। नेक्स्ट, which of the following features and their source is wrongly matched। या तो कोटा wrongly match अछि पचरा जाइछि। जुडिशियल रिव्यू ब्रिटिश प्रैक्टिस, कॉन्करेंट लिस्ट ऑस्ट्रेलियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, जोटा कि टिके सम पूर्व देखिले। डायरेक्टिव प्रिंसिपल आयरिश कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, ये मध्ये हम टिके सम पूर्व देखिले। फंडामेंटल राइट्स यूएस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन। तो यार करेक्ट आंसर हम ऑप्शन नंबर ए, जोटा कि जुडिशियल रिव्यू ब्रिटिश प्रैक्टिस लिखा जाइछि। तो यार करेक्ट आंसर कोन हो कमेंट बॉक्स रे कमेंट करिकि जणेबे। जुडिशियल रिव्यू केउ देशरु बोरो करा जाइछि, केउ देशरो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन रु बोरो करा जाइछि। Which constitution has inspired the Indian concepts of rule of law, parliamentary system and law making procedure? US Constitution, British Constitution, Canadian Constitution, all of the above। तो यार correct answer है British Constitution। British Constitution has inspired the Indian concept of rule of law, parliamentary system and law making procedure। The Constitution of India borrowed the scheme of Indian Federation from the Constitution of Indian Federation। The correct answer है Canada। ठीक है, सम पूर्व आमे देखिले। The Indian Constitution closely follows the constitutional system of तारा correct answer है UK, United Kingdom। Which of the following is a feature common to both the Indian Federation and the American Federation? Indian Federation and American Federation रे common feature कौन देखिया को मिले? A single citizenship, dual judiciary, 3 lists in constitution, a federal supreme court to interpret the constitution। The correct answer will be option number D, a federal supreme court to interpret the constitution। The inspiration of liberty, equality and fraternity was derived from American Revolution, French Revolution, Russian Revolution, none of the above। The correct answer will be French Revolution। Most important question, liberty, equality, fraternity was derived from French Revolution। Indian president and prime minister are a replica of the heads of the state of which country? Britain, USA, Ireland, Russia। The correct answer will be option number A, Britain। President and prime minister are a replica। The president of the Indian Union has the same constitutional authority as the British monarch, president of USA, president of Egypt, president of Russia। The correct answer is British monarch। Which of the following describes India as a secular state? Fundamental right, 9th schedule, directive principle, preamble to the constitution. The correct answer will be preamble to the constitution says India is a secular state. In a parliamentary form of government, real powers of the state are vested in the Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister, President, Government, Parliament. The correct answer is Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister. Which of the following is not a basic feature of the Indian Constitution? Presidential government, parliamentary government, federal government, independence of judiciary. Is not a basic feature of the Indian Constitution is presidential government. The Constitution of India is designed to work as unitary government. In normal times, in times of emergency, when the parliament so desires, at the will of the president. The correct answer is in the times of emergency, the Constitution of India is designed to work as a unitary government. Which of the following features of the Constitution of India does not resemble the American Constitution? Written Constitution, federal form of government, fundamental rights, parliamentary form. Correct answer will be option number D. Parliamentary form is a feature of the Constitution of India does not resemble the American Constitution. From which of the countries Constitution of India has adopted fundamental duties? बहुत इजी क्वेश्चन है गला. फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज हमरो कोट आसीची यूएसएसआर टू आसीची. The word socialist was added to the preamble. Its main aim is to eliminate inequality in economic and political status, eliminate inequality in political and religious affairs, eliminate inequality in income and status and standards of life, eliminate class-based society. देखो क्वेश्चन जदि हार्ड लगुच आप कमेंट बॉक्स रे कमेंट करि परिबे. क्वेश्चन जदि इजी अछि आपण ता कमेंट करि परिबे. मु से हिसाब रे क्वेश्चन रो लेवल नै कि आसीबी. जेहेतु ये फर्स्ट पार्ट से मो हिसाब रे क्वेश्चंस नहीं कि आसी जोटा कि ओडब्ल्यूएस रे क्वेश्चंस आसुची ए टाइप रो. तार करेक्ट आंसर कोन हबो? ऑप्शन नंबर ए एलिमिनेट इनइक्वालिटी इन इकोनॉमिक एंड पॉलिटिकल स्टेटस. व्हिच ऑफ द पेयर्स इज करेक्टली मैच? कोटा करेक्टली मैच अछि? रिपब्लिक, हेड ऑफ द स्टेट इज हेरेडिटरी मोनार्क, sovereign, constitution rests on people's will, democratic, constitution does not recognize legal supremacy of another country, secular, state is without any religion of its own. Correct answer habo option number D, secular. माने कोन? State is without any religion, particular religion of its own. The preamble enshrines certain ideals that were first spelled out in the speech by Jawaharlal Nehru on the banks of Ravi when he called for Purna Swaraj. Ejare Ravi River. ठीक अछि. The Nehru Report, a resolution adopted at Karachi session of the Indian National Congress, objective resolution adopted by the Constituent Assembly. The preamble enshrines certain ideals that were first spelled out in objective resolution adopted by the Constituent Assembly. The part of the Constitution that reflects the mind and ideals of the framer is. The part of the Constitution that reflects the mind and ideals of the framers is. Directive principle, fundamental rights, preamble, citizenship. The correct answer of preamble. Which of the following determines that the Indian Constitution is federal? A written and rigid constitution, an independent judiciary, vesting of powers with the center, distribution of powers between the center and states. The correct answer is distribution of powers between the center and states. देखो वीडियो रे एक्सप्लेनेशन जदि दरकार ताहले क्वेश्चंस आमे बहुत कम करि परिबा रिवीजन. आ जदि एक्सप्लेनेशन दरकार नै देन आमे जति की परिबा सेति की बहुत अमाउंट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस आमे प्रैक्टिस करि परिबा. आपनकर ओपिनियन निश्चित कमेंट बॉक्स से कमेंट करिकि जणेबे. Question number 24. The Indian Constitution is regarded as federal, unitary, parliamentary, federal in form and unitary in spirit. The correct answer will be federal in form and unitary in spirit. There is a parliamentary system of government in India because the Lok Sabha is directly elected by the people, the parliament can amend the constitution, the Rajya Sabha cannot be dissolved, Council of Ministers is responsible to the Lok Sabha. Correct answer will be option number D. Council of Ministers is responsible to the Lok Sabha. Secularism means suppression of all religion, freedom of worship to minorities, separation of religion from state, a system of political and social philosophy that does not favor any particular religious faith. Correct answer of option number D. Secularism ro arth hoji a system of political and social philosophy that does not favor any particular religious faith. जोटा कि आम इंडिया करुछि. In a federal state कौन बुझौछि? States are more powerful than the center. Center is more powerful than states. A presidential form of government functions. Constitution effects division of powers between the center and states with safeguards against transgression of jurisdiction. Correct answer will be option number D. Constitution effects division of powers between the center and states with safeguards against transgression of jurisdiction. Question number 28. India opted for a federal form of government because of vast territory, cultural integration, linguistic and regional diversity, administrative eta CI hobani, convenience hobo eta CON hobo. Administrative convenience. The correct answer hobo linguistic and regional diversity. Obviously हमरो बहुत language अछि विभिन्न प्रकार. The word socialist, secular, integrity of nation were added to our constitution by केते नंबर amendment रे add करा गला socialist, secular, integrity. 42nd amendment, 44th amendment, 46th amendment, none of the above. Correct answer will be 42nd amendment. India is a democratic republic because there is independence of judiciary. The head of the state is elected by the people. There is distribution of powers between the center and the states. There is parliamentary supremacy. India is a democratic republic because there is distribution of powers between the center and the states. ठीक अछि. A question that the head of the state is elected by the people. There is independence of judiciary. A question आपन को किछि डाउट अछि त कमेंट बॉक्स रे कमेंट करि कि जणेबे. Question number 30. Next, the source of India's sovereignty lies in the president, prime minister, people of India, preamble to the constitution. The correct answer is preamble to the constitution. The source of India's sovereignty lies in the preamble to the constitution. The constitution provides that Hindi shall be the national language of India, the language of communication between the state governments, the official language of the Union of India, the language of communication between the Union government and the state government. The official language of the Union of India. What is the minimum permissible age for employment in any factory or mine? Minimum permissible age for employment in any factory or mine is 18 years. ठीक है 18 years. Next. Which of the following is not a condition for becoming a citizen of India? Birth, acquiring property, descent, naturalization. Which of the following is not a condition for becoming a citizen of India? Acquiring property is not a condition for becoming a citizen of India. Who is competent to prescribe conditions as for acquiring Indian citizenship? Who is competent to prescribe conditions as for acquiring Indian citizenship? Parliament, state legislature, president, attorney general. Correct answer will be Parliament. Which of the following statements regarding the acquisition of Indian citizenship is correct? Indian citizenship pai ya bhitor ko statement ta correct? If citizenship is to be acquired by registration, 6 months residence is in India is essential. If citizenship is to be acquired by naturalization, the person concerned must have resided in India for 5 years. If born in India, only that person can acquire citizenship. At least one of those parents is an Indian. Rules regarding the citizenship of India shall not be applicable to Jammu and Kashmir. Correct answer will be option number C. If born in India, only that person can acquire citizenship. At least one of whose parent is an Indian. बुझी होची. Question number A, B रो context मध्ये ठीक अछि ता भितर बाकी किछि भूल अछि. Question number 37. According to Citizenship Act 1955, Indian citizenship cannot be acquired by children of the diplomatic personnel or alien enemies born in India on or after 26 January 1950, children born of Indian citizens abroad, incorporation of territory not forming part of India at the commencement of the constitution, naturalization. The correct answer kon hobo? According to Citizenship Act 1955, Indian citizenship cannot be acquired by children of the diplomatic personnel or alien enemies born in India on or after 26 January 1950. Citizenship provisions are enshrined in the Constitution in citizenship provisions को जगह रे लिखा जाइछि part 2 रो article 5 to 11 part 2 article 5 to 6 part 1 article 5 to 11 correct answer हबो part 2 article 5 to 11 जति भी important articles अछि जति भी important parts अछि इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन रो तार रिगार्डिंग वीडियोज अवेलेबल अछि पॉलिटी रे निश्चित विजिट करिवे पॉलिटी प्लेलिस्ट रे which of the following articles describe about the person voluntarily acquiring citizenship of a foreign state not to be citizens? Which of the following articles describes about the person voluntarily acquiring citizenship of a foreign state not to be citizens? Correct answer will be article 9. Question number 40. Article 6 enshrines the provision conferring rights of citizenship of certain persons who have migrated to India from Pakistan. Which one of the following provisions is incorrect? He or either of his parents or any his grandparents was born in India as defined in the Government of India Act 1935. Such person has so migrated before 19 July 1948. Such person has so migrated on or after the 19 July 1948. He has been registered as a citizen. Such person has got married in India. The correct answer of option number A. He or either of his parents or any his grandparents was born in India as defined in the Government of India Act 1935. Details on how citizenship may be acquired and terminated are enumerated. Part 2 of the Constitution, the Citizenship Act 1955, Schedule 1st of the Constitution, various enactment by Parliament. Correct answer of the Citizenship Act 1955. Question number 42. Indian citizenship of a person can be terminated if a person voluntarily acquires the citizenship of some other country. A person who has become a citizen through registration is sentenced to imprisonment for not less than 10 years within 5 years of his registration. Government of India is satisfied that citizenship was obtained by fraud. A person who is a citizen by birth indulges in trade with an enemy country during war. केतेबेले टर्मिनेट हेई पारिबो? The correct answer हबो ऑप्शन नंबर स्टेटमेंट 1 एंड स्टेटमेंट 3 एंड स्टेटमेंट 4. तीनटा जाक रॉन्ग अछि. ये रॉन्ग काम पई टर्मिनेट हेई पारिबो इंडियन सिटीजनशिप गोटे लोकर. किंतु ऑप्शन 2 रे कोन देइतिला स्टेटमेंट 2 रे ए पर्सन हु हैज बिकम ए सिटीजन थ्रू रजिस्ट्रेशन इज सेंटेंस टू imprisonment for not less than 10 years. 10 वर्ष रहया तो पड़िबो within 5 years of his registration. ठीक कथा एटा अछि. नेक्स्ट, a person can become a citizen of India even if born outside India if his or her कौन हम गोटे पर्सन इंडिया बाहर जन्म नहीं बट तार रीजन कौन जे से गोटे इंडियन सिटीजन हो पार. फादर इज ए सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया, मदर इज ए सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया. फादर इज ए सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया एट द टाइम ऑफ द पर्सन्स बर्थ. फादर और मदर इज ए सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया एट द टाइम ऑफ द पर्सन्स बर्थ. ऑप्शन डी पूरा एक्यूरेट. ठीक अच्छे. नेक्स्ट, टू एक्वायर सिटीजनशिप by registration, a person must have been resident in India for immediately before making a application. 6 months, 1 year, 3 year, 5 year. Correct answer about 5 year. Most important question eta. Which of the following rights described by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as the heart and soul of the Constitution? Eta to samaste mone rakhithibe ko article. Co-right, sorry, not article, co-right. यार करेक्ट आंसर हम राइट टू कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल रेमेडीज एटा को आर्टिकल ताकू कह जाए कमेंट बॉक्स में कमेंट करके जनइबे केते नंबर आर्टिकल रे मेंशन अछि हार्ट ऑफ इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग फंडामेंटल राइट्स इज आल्सो अवेलेबल टू ए फॉरेनर ऑन द सॉइल ऑफ इंडिया फंडामेंटल राइट गोटे फॉरेनर को कौन मिले इक्वालिटी ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटी इन द मैटर ऑफ पब्लिक एम्प्लॉयमेंट नो फ्रीडम्स ऑफ मूवमेंट रेसिडेंस एंड प्रोफेशन protection from discrimination on the grounds only of religious race caste protection of life and personal liberty against action without authority of law the correct answer of option number D protection of life obviously and personal liberty against action without authority of law protection of the interest of the minorities is envisaged in which of the following articles protection of the interests of the minorities is envisaged in which of the following articles correct answer of article 29 most important on whom does the constitution confer special responsibility for the enforcement of fundamental rights parliament supreme court president state legislature on whom supreme court mone rakhibe supreme court under which article of the constitution are the cultural and educational rights granted under which article of the constitution are the cultural and educational rights granted correct answer will be article 29 and 30 which of the following is specifically mentioned in article 19 of constitution 19 specifically कौन मेंशन करा जायछि फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच एंड एक्सप्रेशन फ्रीडम ऑफ असेंबल पीसफुली विदाउट आर्म्स फ्रीडम टू मूव फ्रीली फ्रीडम ऑफ द प्रेस क्लियर तो फर्स्ट पार्ट रे एती क्वेश्चंस थिला 50 क्वेश्चंस जदि एक्सप्लेनेशन दरकार आपण कमेंट करि परबे जदि दरकार नै ता भी ठीक अछि एमिति जदि वीडियोज नै कि बहुत गुडे क्वेश्चंस जदि कवर करबा ता मध्ये आपण कमेंट करि परबे अल्टीमेटली कहबी आपण जहाँ कमेंट करेंगे से हिसाब से मो वीडियोज नहीं कि आसबि तो वीडियो भल लगी लाइक निश्चित करेंगे शेयर निश्चित करेंगे और फर्स्ट टाइम चैनल को विजिट करते सब्सक्राइब करके निजर सपोर्ट निश्चित देवे जो मैंने भी प्रथम शेष जाए देखी से मो तरफ धन्यवाद।